Lenzi's competence at composing a giallo was more than in evidence by 1972, although the content with which he dipped this competence in is lackluster, one might say. He co-wrote this screenplay with one Roberto Gianviti, and it's possibly the most standard and stock of the Lenzi giallos so far, insofar as the content you witness in the film. The presentation, cinematography via Angelo Lotti, is quite impressive. Lenzi himself would apparently refer to this film as being superbly shot, despite the, in his words, pedantic story. It's much as in the case of the previous Lenzi giallos, more so, you're really just admiring the a kind of satiating competence of form. And if you want a kind of no questions asked giallo, a predictable giallo, even the twist is not that the twist is predictable. It is and it isn't, and it is. It's one of those things where you anticipate it and you anticipate not being shocked by it. You just anticipate being entertained by its kind of sensational reveal, more or less. I noticed some rave reviews, quite positive takes on this film. Early IMDb reviewers cite this as one of Lenzi's best giallos and one of the best giallos in general. One review appears to be comparing it to Argento's Profondo Rosso, which is quite extreme, I think. I certainly wouldn't go so far. I wish there are some funny moments in this film that are amusing the Italians trying to depict moments of countercultural bravura, swinging 60s bravura in the early 70s. I don't know if it had got to Italy a little bit later, if they were trying to mimic trends in American and British films around this time. I don't know. Either way, it just makes for some interesting screen caps, if nothing else. One of the more infamous moments in this film is the power drill murder sequence. I don't know if this was the first in cinema history, although maybe Abel Ferrara got the idea here. I'm not sure. Or Brian De Palma, now that I think about it. I wonder to what degree Brian De Palma was watching these giallo films and getting ideas for his 70s work. I know that this has been suggested in retrospect as a kind of they were doing, Italian filmmakers were doing similar things to what De Palma was doing, because they're both inspired by Alfred Hitchcock, obviously. Although I think it has been written somewhere De Palma saw these films and I guess took credit for some innovative cinematographic philosophies there, which he may not have revealed, but they were his inspiration until years later. I don't know. Beautifully competent, like John Huston's The Kremlin Letter, without competence of screenplay as well, I suppose. A fun Lenzi giallo, if you let it.